78 Sports TV here. Alright, let's talk a little bit about Danny Garcia and Lamont Peterson in the state of boxing. Alright, a lot of people did videos about this and they pretty much said everything I want to say, so I'll try to keep this short. This is the new era of boxing. This is what many of us have been on here complaining about for a long time. And and you guys couldn't understand. You called me hater and all this kind of stuff. But this is the new era. Alright? This is an era where people do weak shit like this. A lot of these guys are pussy. They are. Alright? A lot of these fighters today are pussy. And y'all know it. Y'all know they pussy. You just want to defend these motherfuckers. Danny Garcia, who's supposed to be the lineal champion, the creme de la creme, best of the best, at 140. The man who is the ring champion, who holds the WBC championship, and the Super WBA fucking championship. This guy is not fighting a guy in the top 10 in his own division. He's not even fighting a guy in the top 20 in his own division. Matter of fact, he's not fighting a guy in the top 100 in his own division. Wow. This guy went to lightweight to look for an opponent and chose not the best lightweight, not the second best lightweight, not the third best, not even the 10th best lightweight. He chose the 77th. You hear me? 7-7. He chose the 77th best fighter at lightweight as his next opponent. Pussy. That's what Danny Garcia is. That's what he is. It's no excuse for it. I don't want to hear shit about Al Heyman. Let's put that shit to rest too. All this Al Heyman talk. Okay? Al Heyman is a fucking advisor. Okay? Al Heyman is just like fucking Pacquiao's dude, Michael Kantz. That's what Al Heyman is. Okay? When did Al Heyman become a promoter? When did he become a matchmaker? I mean, what is Al Heyman's true responsibilities here? What is his real job? Because if he's doing something, being a promoter, being a manager, doing all this other shit, he's breaking the fucking law. I'm sick of hearing about how this fighter signed to Al Heyman. We don't know how many fighters are actually signed to Al Heyman and how many fighters are actually signed to Golden Boy. It don't fucking matter because Al Heyman's not a promoter. Somebody has to promote his fights. Somebody, he works for the fighter. That's like me hiring a fucking accountant to come and take a look at my books. He works for me. I don't work for him. So when these fighters sit up there and say, "Oh well, it's up to whoever Al Heyman wants me to do, or whatever Golden Boy," it's bullshit. Okay. These guys have a say-so in who they fight next. All right. They do. And they are choosing. They're choosing to duck people. They're choosing to take on weak competition. And Showtime is allowing them to do it because they thirsty as fuck. Showtime's so fucking thirsty, they'll put on any fucking thing. Any card. HBO, and I don't even like HBO like that. They full of shit too. But at least HBO got some fucking standards. They have a standard of excellence that they want to put on their network most of the time. And they'll tell you real quick, no, we're not paying you for that fight. How about you put Danny Garcia versus Lamont Peterson? We'll pay for that. But we're not going to pay you to fight this Rod Sulka guy. That's what HBO would do. But let's get back to Danny Garcia and Lamont Peterson. Danny Garcia fighting Rod Sulka is an insult to the sport of boxing. He's a disgrace to himself. Right? All his fans have been insulted by this guy fighting Rod Sulka. Alright? No disrespect to Rod Sulka because he didn't do nothing wrong. He won the lottery. That's what happened to Rod Sulka. He won the lottery. Congratulations to you. But Danny Garcia, this is a bitch move. You couldn't fight Victor Pascal. You couldn't fight Ruslan Pavaknikov. You couldn't fight Chris Algieri. You couldn't fight Lamont Peterson. Couldn't fight Adrian Broner. Couldn't fight Hank Lundy. Couldn't fight Jesse Vargas. You could even fight Khabib Alikhavdiev. You can fight somebody. You went to lightweight and picked the 77th best guy at lightweight? And you want to sell this shit to fight fans? I hope that fucking arena is empty. I hope this motherfucker get his ass toe up. I'm rooting against Danny Garcia. I hope this soccer guy beats the shit out of Danny Garcia. I really do. Now let's get to the other pussy, Lamont Peterson. IBF champion. That's supposed to mean something to you, man. You get your ass up in here, you get knocked out by fucking Lucas Matisse. Instead of trying to avenge that loss and show that you got some fucking heart, what do? You want to get into the ring with Edgar, what's his name, Edgar Santana or some shit? This guy's not even ranked in the top 10 in your own sanctioning body. He's not even in the top 10 in your own sanctioning body. What's the justification for fighting this guy, Lamont? It's bullshit. Pussy. That's what it is. Boy, I'm telling you, man, this shit. Them motherfuckers got the nerve to try to compare fighters today to fighters of old. You can't do it. Okay? You just can't do it. Because even back then, when the fighters of old, when they chose to fight a few bums here and there, them motherfuckers were fighting 5, 10 times a year. So yeah, you can do that. Alright? I wouldn't give a fuck if Danny Garcia was fighting Rod Soka and Lamont Peterson was fighting fucking Edgar Santana. If they were fighting 5, 6 times a year. I wouldn't care. Because we're getting our money worth as fight fans. But when we only get a chance to see you 2 times a year, at the most, we want to see you and we want to see the best of you. Alright? It's a compliment to you when we demand excellence of you. Okay? It's a compliment. It means we have high expectations from you. But some of you motherfucking fans don't care because you got low expectations of these fighters. Just like you got low expectations of yourself. Alright? See, my kids can't come to me with a fucking C. A C+. Talking about, oh, I got a C+. No. Fuck that C+. Go try again. Because I know what they can do. I have higher standards. I don't settle for less. When I go to fucking Burger King and I order a Whopper, if that shit don't look like the picture, I'm taking it back. Give me the Whopper that look like that fucking advertisement now. And they'll do it too. They'll remake that shit because you have higher standards. But everybody ain't like me. Let's talk some more shit about boxing. The ducking that's going on in boxing, I always talk about it, and it's just ridiculous. Okay? You got, once again, Gennady Golovkin. I told you guys about him. He's a fucking cherry picking pussy motherfucker. Yeah, he can hit hard. He's a good fighter, but that don't mean he ain't a fucking cherry picker. Okay? He is. That shit he pulled by Andre Ward and them, that's pussy shit. Don't say you want to stay at 160 and clean up your division, because we can respect that if that's what you really want to do. I respect that all day long if you want to stay in your division and clean it up. But then you try to sneak through the back door and fight Chavez Jr. at 168. Try to sneak through the back door and fight Carl Froch. You'll be interested in fighting Mikael Kessler at 168, but you ain't interested in fighting Andre Ward? Because you pussy, motherfucker. That's why. You pussy, and you know it. Then you got Andre Ward out there. My man, 100 grand, but you gonna get it too, because you sit your ass there at 168, and I defended you, okay? But you ain't trying to fight no fucking body. You ain't out here making no fucking noise. You sitting back waiting on everybody to do something for you. Like the whole world's supposed to stop and come to Andre Ward. You have to go out there and make this shit happen yourself too. Alright? You sitting around doing jack shit. You can go up there and fight Kovalev. Kovalev ain't shit. You can go fight this motherfucker. And if he beat you, he beat you. But at least you took a fucking risk. You sitting there, I'm not a 175 pounder though. But I'm not a 175 pounder though. If you're not a 170, if you can't make 175 and be strong at 175, that means your ass could probably make 160, motherfucker. So which one is it? Shut your ass up too. Pussy. That's what it is. Motherfuckers is pussy. Now Kovalev finna fight some fucking bum nobody ever heard of on HBO, and that's acceptable to the fans. It's just ridiculous. You got Mayweather and Pacquiao, of course. Of course, you can't do a video about bullshit in boxing without talking about the biggest pussies in boxing. Since 2006, you had Mayweather and Pacquiao rotating number 1 and number 2 pound for pound. This fight has been building since forever. Okay? These guys have been at least, at all times, they've been at least number 5 on the pound for pound list. And they're the biggest draws in boxing. Neither one of them have an opponent. Neither one of them want to fight each other. You can't pay these guys to fight each other. Neither one of them are mentioning the other person's name. Both of them are quiet as church mouse. And they're waiting on the other one to announce their opponent, and then they'll start talking shit about each other. See, right now it's not safe. See, Pacquiao can't afford to talk shit about Mayweather right now, because Mayweather might say, hey, you know what? Let's fight. Mayweather can't afford to talk shit about Pacquiao right now, because Pacquiao could say, you know what? Hey, let's fight. I agree to all your demands. Let's fight. See? So both of them are remaining quiet, and they're going to wait until the other has an opponent, and then they'll start talking shit again. It's fucking pussy. That's what it is. These guys are pussy. This is the new era of boxing, where the best don't fight the fucking best. Okay? These guys could go in there and fight. If you're gonna fight a fucking bum, like I said, you could fight 4 or 5 times a fucking year. Mix the shit up. Give the fight fans something to look forward to. That's why Gennady Golovkin was getting a pass. That's why fucking Kovalev was getting a pass. And Adonis Stevenson was getting a pass. Because for one, they knocking motherfuckers out, which they should do when you fighting inferior competition. And then they're fighting so often that it's keeping us entertained. It's giving us something to talk about. These guys want to fight twice a year. And my boy Keith Thurman, you can't sit around waiting, bruh. Love you to death, but you can't sit around waiting. Alright? You should be telling Al Heyman, whoever is handling your business, you should be telling them right now, hey, give me this guy. Nothing wrong with you looking at the rankings yourself. Give me this guy here. If the big guys in the top 10 don't want to give you a fight, you should be trying to fight JoJo Dan or something. Give me that guy. I want him. You guys got to start making moves, man, for yourselves. So that's pretty much all I want to say about the state of boxing, man. And it's just, I'm really getting fed up with boxing. I'm just not motivated the way I used to be and energized about boxing. Every once in a while, I'll see a guy who talks the right talk, fights the right fight, and it'll excite me. You know, and you guys accuse me of hyping guys and stuff. Listen, man, I'm going to hype fighters who I feel are a good representation of the sport I love. Okay? I think Keith Thurman is the shit. I like Sean Porter. Okay? I like Demetrius Andrade. Because these guys, I don't know what they're going to do 5 years from now. I don't know. Okay? I don't know what their attitude is going to be. I don't know if they're going to change and start acting like these other guys. I don't know. They might. But right now, I'm excited about these guys. Alright? So, that's why I hype these fighters up. Because these guys don't get any attention. The amount of attention they should get. But then we give attention to these fucking dudes who ain't fighting no fucking body. So anyway, I'm probably going to start doing other videos talking about other sports, man. Like I used to. Start talking about basketball some more. Start talking about the NFL. We're going to start talking about MMA again. Until boxing pick back up. You know, it's just, boxing is fucked up right now. There's too much bullshit going on. Look at James Kirkland. One of the most exciting fighters in the sport of boxing, if not the most exciting fighter in boxing. My favorite fighter in boxing, and you ain't heard nothing from him. You know, you don't know when he's fighting next. He don't know what's going on. 50 Cent ain't said nothing about it. It's just, why, man? You know, I could just watch the UFC, man. I've been watching MMA since 1993. I could just start watching that shit again and really getting into that and doing videos about that shit, because, you know, boxing is just, it's starting to really fucking suck, man. Shit is starting to suck. Major.